And we're on Niecy Nash. Klaus, what brought you to Klaus?
You know what? Klaus was a project that found me. They sent me a script. I read it. The words were absolutely delicious. And I went and took a meeting. And before I could get out of the driveway of the, of the lot, they called and said they would love for you to do this part. And I was like, yes, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And what about Desna Simms appeals to you so much? Like, what's your favorite thing about her as a character?
Listen, I can only pick one. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yep, you got to pick one.
I guess I would have to say my favorite thing about Desna. Only one thing. Yeah. You know what? I think that she loves everything about being a woman. I think that's my favorite thing about her. She loves all the nuances of being a full woman. Mm-hmm.
And what's special about going into work on Klaus? What when you walk in to work on it for a day, what's the stuff that just feels the most special?
It feels special that as an African-American woman, I'm leading the charge on this particular show. It feels special to be a leading lady, because leading lady is not just in title, but it's in deed and in action. And to be a lead, it means that you have to move around in a way that the energy and the essence that you bring onto a set is something that people want to follow. I mean, you're not a leader if nobody is following you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So so there are so many things that make it special. It's special that I'm playing a woman who is like so many women I know, on the south side of 40, single, no children, trying to navigate their way in the world, who is unapologetic, who is still a very vibrant sexual being. I could go on and on. There's so many things, not only to mention I'm on a show about women who not only are rising in power and literally clawing their way to the top, but they love each other. So there's a sisterhood that happens on the set, behind camera, and on. So it's a million things that go through my mind when I step on set every day. I'm a very blessed girl.
Mm. And from the first season of the show, do you have one particular favorite moment or scene or something?
From the first season, one of my favorite moments, I love the moments when all the ladies are together in the salon. So I love when we had a big group fight in the salon. We had a good time doing that. I love when we were all together and had a big dance number in the salon. It's always a good time when all the ladies work in scene together.
Mm. What is it like shooting one of those scenes? Like, let's talk about the one where you all had the big fight. Like, what was it like? Take us to that day on set.
Well, the thing of it is that on scene, there's a big group fight, but when they yell cut, everybody is checking on the other one like, are you okay? Did I grab you too hard? Oh, you know we really love you, right? Okay, well, come sit by me. Okay. You know what I mean? So on one hand, you have us like, oh, and then as soon as they yell cut, we're leaning in like, is everybody good? Okay, I'm just checking on you. Want to make sure you're okay. So that was a good time, though.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. Now, when you were on Getting On, you talked about how you went, you talked with some nurses and you saw them work in order to understand the role. Did you go to any nail salons or drug money launderers to help understand what that was like?
Luckily, I didn't need to do the latter, but I've been getting my nails done since I was about 13. So I understood the nail salon and the culture of that. With regards to the money laundering part, no, I just, took a few cues from Breaking Bad and The Sopranos.
Okay, that's good. You also, I think it was maybe your final season. Maybe you're getting on. You got the opportunity to sing bedside. Any singing in Klaus?
That was an improv scene in Getting On, so I did not know that that was going to happen. And in Klaus, no, so far there hasn't been any singing.
What about season 2? Can we look forward to any
what?
Any musical numbers or improv singing on set?
Not yet.
Okay.
But, you know, we still got a little ways to go.
Okay, good. You have to try to get some in.
Just for you.
Yeah, just for me, yeah.
So when I do it, you're going to know that that is just for you.
Yeah. You got to make sure it's a low royalty song, that the royalties aren't too high. They'll keep it in.
Sure.
Yeah. Niecy, could you talk about what's one of your favorite actors to work with on the show?
I would probably have to say, I don't see you have a tricky questions because you go favorite. What is your favorite, this, that, and the other? You know, and I work with a lot of folks, but I said
Niecy, one of your favorites.
One of my favorites. Okay, I'll go with Jen Lyon. She plays my best friend on the show, whose character name is also Jen. And our scenes are very rich when we're together. So and I also love working with Harold Perrineau. He plays my brother on the show, Dean. But I always know that when Harold and I are in scene together, it's going to be so emotional. And so as soon as we look at each other, we get teary-eyed. Hey, how you doing today? I'm good. Because we already know that the emotions are going to run so high between us. So it's gonna be good work for camera, but behind the scenes, you just feel like you've been crying all day.
Yeah. What as an actress, what's the biggest challenge for you approaching this role?
Well, you know, I've been in the business over 20 years, and I've never been asked to be a sexual being on camera. And I've never, in addition to that, and if there was a little intimacy in anything that I've ever done before, it was always for the man's pleasure, not for my own. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
now this is a situation where it's very unique that somebody waits till, you know, all your parts start laying down and, you know, sliding to the side to be like, ooh, can you take something off and lay down and have relations with this man on television for your own pleasure? So it's interesting because I've never been asked to do that before as long as I've been in the business. So, you know, it's not easy. And if it looks really good and really steamy, that means you're doing it right.
Do you ever go back and watch those scenes?
Of course. Do I? What?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Yeah. So do you ever like go, oh no, didn't get it right that time? Or are you like, oh no, these are turning out well. I'm meeting this new challenge for me.
Well, a lot of times you can take a cue on how other people in the room respond to it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not like you and that person are in there just amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people, you know, who the audience would never see that's a part of it. And when you get it right,
yeah,
you know when you got it right. Because the people, they're giving you that look like,
yeah. And I guess the director probably helps with that as well. I guess that's what they're for, to make sure things are looking good. I guess that also, where you're talking about the pleasure sort of thing, I think your show in particular with you as the lead, but also a lot of strong female supporting characters on that show is really females are at the center of the story. And it's not like other shows in the past, perhaps, where female characters often service the male characters. What's that like being on a show with such a strong female presence?
Baby, you don't want me to start singing I'm Every Woman right now, because I will.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing because the story that we're telling about the underworld of illegal, drug sales and laundering money and murder and crime had usually been reserved for men. It's been the Breaking Bads of the world, the Sopranos of the world. You know, it's not unlikely to see a man or men in these roles. But now you have women. You know, I have a ragtag band of manicurists, you know, who I lovingly call the baddest bitches in Palmetto, who are leading the charge in a way, and they are unapologetic about it. They're fierce, they're badass. And, you know, I just think it was time. It was time for this story to be told through these women.
Yeah. What's been something that you have, what's the funniest thing you've found from the show?
The funniest thing I found, well, in actually doing the show, the women who were cast are so funny. So we have so much fun when we're not rolling. That is in particular funny. But the other thing that I think that is ironic funny is that the men on the show have completely leaned into the women leading the charge. And I think they like it.
That's
you know,
cool.
It's a lot of responsibility. You know, typically when you're used to having to make the decisions and lead the charge and figure out what's going to happen next. But we got it. We like, just relax. We got this, guys. And I think they like it.
Oh, that's cool. You might not like this question, Niecy, but who is the funniest person on the set of Klaus?
The funniest person on the set, I'm going to go with Jason Antoon.
Okay. What?
Jason Antoon plays Dr. King.
Mm-hmm.
He's the funniest guy. Now, if you want to know funniest girl,
yeah,
I would probably say it's a tie between Jen Lyon and Carrie Preston.
Okay. Yeah. Carrie's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hilarious. What's something that you'd like to do on the show that you haven't had a chance of doing yet?
Direct an episode.
Yeah. Is that what? Have you directed much in the past? Sorry.
No.
No. So this would be a great thing. Why would you want to direct an episode?
Well, here's the thing. I feel like I stand in that place almost every day. I don't care who the director is on set, you know, and they respect my opinion because it's not fluff. I mean, you know, I've been doing this a long time. I understand how to set up a shot, how to get certain coverage. I understand when we may be doing too much and we're not going to use this footage, you know, so I lean into that space on the daily. And I just feel like it's the next progression of things. I mean, I can't be running around in skin tight jumpsuits all my cute life, can I? No, I can't. And if I can't, do I want to? No, I might just want to relax in some sweatpants and yell out instructions to people.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, well, hopefully you get to direct an episode coming up. Do you reckon what do you reckon the chances are of you getting to direct one?
100%. Those are my, I bet big on myself.
Love it. Oh, can't wait for that episode.
Me either.
Yeah. Niecy, how are you similar and how are you different to Desna?
Desna and I are very similar in that we mother the people that we're around. We want to take care of the whole, you know. Just even this morning with the people coming to put the paint and the spackle and the hair on me, I'm like, what do you want for breakfast? Do you need anything? You know, so I think we're similar in that we take care of the people who are around us. I think we both love hair. We love makeup. We love being a girl. How we are different is that Desna has a little bit of a sinister side that I don't have. You know, her heart can go dark. And I think you're going to get to see a little more of that in the second season.
Yeah. Do you enjoy sort of, since you are not someone that has that sinister darkness, do you enjoy getting to play that?
Do I? Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. It's good to be a bad girl. Yeah, it's good.
That's cool. If you were to summarize what Klaus is about in one sort of sentence, how would you sum it up?
I would say Klaus is about a woman named Desna Simms and her rise to power in the Dixie Mafia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
With the backdrop of a nail salon.
Yes, yeah, you got to have the nail salon in there.
Yeah, well, you got to have somewhere to launder the money. So yeah.
You do. It's so funny you just think about all the different other places where money's being laundered in other shows and stuff. And I think nail salon's one of the more fun ones.
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. What is the biggest thing you've learnt from Klaus and your experience on
it? The biggest thing that I've learned is probably what sisterhood really looks like. And I've also learned, and that's just from working with the women, because we care for each other on and off camera. When Karrueche came onto the show, she was very new. She was in the genesis of her career. So the way we as a cast have rallied around her and supported her and helped her lean into this new place in her life was what it is all supposed to be about in life, helping one another. So that level of sisterhood, I think, it's a gift that continues to give as we go throughout the series.
Yeah, that's so great, Niecy Nash. And thank you so much for talking with us today. All the best of luck for the Emmy Awards.
Thank you.
Coming up for Klaus, for yourself, for your co-stars. All the best. And thank you so much for spending your time with us this morning.
I appreciate it. It's good to see you again.
No
I'm
worries.
going to work on a song just for you.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Get a song in for me and direct an episode for you.
Boom. Win-win.
There we go. That's a win-win. Thanks, Niecy, so much.